23 ABC Sports, I'm Carrie Osep. So I don't know about you, but I'm kind of missing Friday Night Live these days. So with the return of the NFL this week, I was thinking I'd bring back a tradition from 23FNL, and that would be the top 3 on 23. So I'm going to give you the top 3 highlights or moments from week 1 of the NFL. Let's go. Number 3, let's start it off with a win for DC and his Raiders. This is the season we could see Carr really gel in Gruden's offense, and now with the weapons around him to help him carry the load on the field. And we got a little taste of that on Sunday with the Silver and Black putting up a total of 372 yards on offense in their 34-30 win over the Carolina Panthers. Carr passing for 239 of those yards and touchdowns. So while the offense looked really sharp, it was the defense that has a little catching up to do. Number 2, Green Bay Packers. Yes, I'm a fan, born and bred. Just getting that out of the way, but it wasn't just the offensive performance, that 43-34 final, that deserves all the spotlight. It was Liberty's Chris Barnes going from the practice squad one day to the active roster the next, to making his NFL debut on Sunday and becoming the first undrafted free agent to start at inside linebacker in a season opener in franchise history. And he did all of that, completing 7 tackles on a defense that held the Vikings to just 10 points for 3 quarters. All proving hard work pays off. Meanwhile, Jordan Love was listed as inactive for the Packers opener as the team designated him as the 3rd quarterback option behind Aaron Rodgers and Tim Boyle. And number 1, a historic moment for the NFL as the season opener featured 10 black starting quarterbacks, the most in league history. The NFL has received public criticism for only having 3 black head football coaches, 4 total coaches of color this season, despite players of color representing the majority. So of course, this was a moment worth recognizing. The NFL already looks very different this season, with most stadiums not hosting any fans and rather empty sidelines. But there were different ways that the teams acknowledged the social unrest across the country that also looked different this year. As many teams stood together, they also wore logos in support of ending racism, and even more athletes taking a knee during pregame. Speaking of looking different, NFL coaches had a different look going on during their season openers. We're all looking at you, Andy Reid. But today, the NFL threatened to fine coaches who violate COVID-19 mask rules. They asked coaches and personnel to wear masks as they are designed, securely across the nose and mouth of the wearer. And for those who don't, accountability measures will be taken. Many coaches were seen with masks around their necks or not completely covering their nose and mouth on the sidelines. As the NASCAR Series heads to Bristol this weekend, Kevin Harvick and now 2 other drivers have locked in their spots for the 2nd round of playoffs. Following the race in Richmond this weekend, Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin join Harvick as those advancing to the round of 12 ahead of the final race of the 1st round of Cup playoffs. Keselowski won the Federated Auto Parts 400 Sunday, while Harvick finished in the 7th spot, advancing his playoff point total to 62. Next up will be Bristol Motor Speedway with that race on Saturday. With another top 10 finish, Kevin Harvick continues to make his hometown proud. For 23 ABC Sports, I'm Carrie Osep. Back to you.